If we just push it a little bit, you can see that there is movement. So there's a crack here, and the same thing over here. There it is there.
What's up guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new here and you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for more videos. Today we have a 2007 Infiniti G35X all-wheel drive. Customer complains that his fuel gauge is not reading properly. Matter of fact, it's not reading at all. The second you turn the ignition on, that gauge goes all the way to full and does not move after that. It's pretty inconvenient. The customer has to fill the car every 2 days, hoping that the car would never shut off on him. And with today's technology and today's cars, you're not going anywhere without fuel. And the last thing you want is getting stuck somewhere because you ran out of fuel. So I plugged in my scanner in the vehicle. I'm getting P0462, which is fuel level sensor circuit. I suspected maybe the sending units could be damaged or faulty. A lot of times they have carbon buildup from the fuel on the resistor contact. I pulled out the unit that is on the driver's side. They're held by 8 bolts. They're right under the cushion. It's very easy to remove. 2 taps, the cushion comes out, and you have the passenger side and the driver's side unit. There are 2 units on this car. There is one on the driver's side, which is just a sending unit with a floater arm, and there's another one on the passenger side, which is a fuel pump and a floater arm as well. They both read the value of the fuel in the tank and send that information to the cluster. And I removed the units, cleaned up the contacts, made sure that they're working. I plugged in my multimeter, I moved the floater up and down, and the resistance was changing. So that tells me that the units in the back are good, or issues somewhere else. Now, originally the customer's cluster that came in with the vehicle had a half screen burnt on the cluster. So I figured maybe the cluster is damaged. There's a resistor that goes through the cluster for the fuel gauge, or possibly something that controls the fuel gauge in there could be damaged as well. I figured maybe there's a chance that the cluster is damaged because there's a half burned screen. The car's only got 140,000 kilometers on it. So I plugged in the used cluster. The screen is working 100% fine now, no issues, but the gauge is still reading full. So I pulled up schematics on ProDemand, and interestingly, there's a module that is in between the sending units and the cluster, and that's what relays the information to the cluster. So I went ahead, I pulled out that unit, and interestingly, I found a cold solder crack on one of the resistors, and I'm going to share that information with you guys today. I'm going to show you where that module is located. You can check it yourself, and it's a pretty straight fix. You don't have to replace any parts. If you wanted to and you're not handy, you don't know how to solder, you can just go and get a used part and just throw it in. It doesn't need programming, the car is going to start. So let's go ahead inside and show you where that module is located. It's called the AC amplifier controller unit. It's located right above the radio. So let's go ahead and show you where it is. So before showing you where the module is, I'm going to show you the problem I'm having. As you can see, once I come in the car, turn the ignition on, the fuel gauge goes all the way to full. And keep in mind, I have barely any fuel in the car right now, so I should be close to E, empty. But in our case, like I said, this is the concern we're having. And I'm going to show you where that module is located. I have everything loose already. All right, so what we're going to do first is we're going to pull down the sleeve here from the shifter. There's a spring located here, just slide it backwards. This is going to lift up. Next, you could just lift up the tray here. I've already disconnected the wires. Next, you have 2 screws holding this controller over here, 2 Phillips, that comes off. Next, we have another 2 screws up here holding the screen. This comes off. And now we have 2 more screws that go all the way at the bottom, which hold, sorry, before that, we have 2 screws on top here. We're going to remove the top screen. And last but not least, we have 2 more screws holding the radio down, and this should just pull forward. And this is the module that we are looking for. This is the module here. I'm going to disconnect it and show you what I found in it. All right, so we're going to open up the case. It's held by 4 Phillips. And if we look down here on the smaller connector, you're going to see 4 resistors around here. And I'm going to show you what you want to look for. So if we come inside here and look at the microscope and get it to where we need,
which is right here. If we just push it a little bit, you can see that there is movement. So there's a crack here, and the same thing over here. There it is there. So we're gonna solder with these two, and that should fix our issue. What we'll do now is we're gonna add a little bit of flux before we solder. It's always good to use flux when you're soldering, and inject a little bit of flux. Just right here, nothing crazy. And then we're gonna use our iron. What I'm going to do right now, after I put the phone down, I'm going to add a little bit of dab of solder on here just to make sure I have a secure connection. But I'm going to take you guys to the car after I do this. Okay, so let's go ahead, plug in the module that we repaired just now, and see if that has fixed our issue. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead, turn the gauge, or turn the ignition to the on position, and see if our gauge reads to, should read about quarter or maybe close to empty. And there you go, that issue has been fixed. So as suspected, that module there had a cold solder crack, and I showed you guys where it is. I went ahead and soldered all the resistors as well, just to make sure. There were about 8 or 9, so I just soldered all of them, but this is the problem here. That's it for this video, guys. I'm gonna close up everything now. Customers will be pretty happy about this fix here. And if you're not a subscriber, again, please hit the subscribe button, like and share button, and I'll see you guys next time.